Welcome to our series Fulfillment Tools Solutions. My name is Andreas and I'm the solution consultant at Fulfillment Tools. Talking about omnichannel often leads to big, attractive topics like distributed order management system or nice looking picking apps for your employees in the stores. But today we want to shed some light on a rather different topic that basically lays the groundwork for all of those use cases and therefore your whole omnichannel network. Today's topic is global inventory. We'll have a closer look why it is important to focus on that topic and how fulfillment tools can help you with that. We will also see that a good global inventory is not only the base for all further use cases, but also a tremendous customer value in itself. So follow me into the complex yet wonderful world of inventory.
Handling inventory was quite straightforward for the online pure player or local retailers in the past. With the modern omnichannel approach, everything got a little bit more complicated. You have different warehouses, a lot of stores, suppliers, and all of them need to work hand in hand to supply the items to the customer. And also, all those inventory information needs to be fed into the online store so you can offer all available goods to your customers. That puts quite a challenge to your inventory management. But not only that, but also the customer has new wishes as well. So he needs the information or wants the information about what is available to be delivered, where can he pick the items up maybe. So one example, if I'm next day on work, next day is not good for me because it will send to my home, that's bad. But the information that on the way back from work to my home, I could pick up the same items in the store that I ordered today online and pay for them and just get in 5 minutes, get it and get home. That's a very valuable information, and that's an information a customer wants to make good informed decisions. And also that is a big challenge to your inventory management. And how the global inventory of fulfillment tools can help you with those challenges, let's have a look at that inside the tool right now. At the beginning of our inventory management, there stand 4 questions. First question, where do I have items stored? Second question, what items do I have stored there? Third question, how much of those items have I stored? And the fourth question, how can I provide those items to my customers? And if we look at this global inventory now, let's do it by these 4 questions and let's answer them to see how this can help you. Let's start with the first one. Where do we have items stored? And therefore we have our back office open here and we can have a look at the facilities. And here you can see now in the facilities we store every location that you use for storing items. And as you can see, we have shops in here, we have stores in here, we have distribution centers in here, but also drop shippers. So if a supplier can send directly to a customer, you can enter the data here as well to use them for the global inventory. And we will also have a closer look at one of those locations. Let's open up the store here in Cologne. I won't go over all those things here on the left or this because it does not connect directly to the global inventory right now, so it's not topic for today. But there's one setup that I want to show you, and that's the so-called service type. And as you can see here, I can open this up. There are 2 options that you can select. You can say like, okay, customer can pick up these items in the store, or from this store we can ship those items to the customer. So now we already answered 2 of our questions. Where do we have items stored? And how can we provide those items to our customers? This leaves us with 2 questions open. Exactly what items are stored at those locations and how many of those items are stored there. And to see or answer that question, let's change into the facility view. So we switch here into a facility directly. Let's take Cologne again. And now we get a deeper look inside this special facility. And here we have the so-called listings. Let's open that up. Here you can see now that we have saved all the items that are available inside this location. And you can also see we know the amounts of the stock of those items. We can open up, for example, the shoes here, and then we will see that we can store every kind of data at this item. So we have a EIN number here, we have the color, we have the material. So this would be information that either help the picker later on to find this item very quickly if he has to prepare it, or that just happen to help inside the fulfillment process, something like dimensions or weight that can be used later on. And we also see here that we know exactly we have 15 of those shoes at this location. We also deal with two different stock levels. So we have the total stock level and we also have the reserved stock level. The reserved stock level basically only means this item is already planned for delivery, for a customer to pick it up. So it's basically already sold, but it's still in our inventory. It will only get subtracted the moment the customer picks it up or it gets sent out of the house. Then we will distract that from the total amount, but it is already not available for further purchases, for example. Yeah, now we basically know everything. We know where we store our items. We know what items are stored there. We know how many items are stored there, and we know how can we provide them to our customers. So that's all. Not exactly. There is one thing that we can do more and go a little bit deeper into the question of where do we store our items. And I want to show you that as well. For that, I open up here the storage locations. And as you can see here, I defined my store in Cologne a little bit deeper, not only the store, but also where are the storage locations inside the store. So I use different zones here. You can use as many as you want. I decided to use two. I have a storage zone and I have a floor zone. Floor means sales floor. So this is the area where the customer's running around, and this is the area that's only available to our employees. And you can see these storages exist already. These are all single storage locations. So this means there's only one type of item possible on this storage location. And on the right side, you can see what kind of item is stored in those storage locations. So we know exactly this coffee here is an S1A in my storage zone. We can scroll over that so you see my whole whole store is mapped out, and you see it's also possible to have the same item on multiple storage locations. So one is on the floor and one is in my storage area, and you can also see how much is saved at those locations. So you could also change the stock here, but also there the stock would typically also come from other systems like the ERP system or the POS system, or maybe provided by a dropship or by a supplier. So every system that can help to increase our visibility of the stock would be connected to the system to make this global inventory work. Now we have all this information. We have our global inventory in place. Let's have a last look on how we could use that. And therefore I would switch back to the network view. And here we have what we call the stock overview. And I will have a look at that. So it's empty. We have to search for an item. Let's get back to our shoes here. And I select those shoes. And now you can see exactly what is the stock situation, the inventory situation on those shoes. You see how many of them are available, how many of them are already reserved, so basically already sold, how much safety stock is available for those, and also how much is there in total. And then also you get additional complete overview about every single location in your network. So for example, the store in Munich has 89 available, 10 safety stock, so there are 99 in total. So 89 are available for sales right now, 10 are safety stock. So we know we have 99 of those shoes in Munich. We can also change the safety stock here directly. Could say like, okay, 10 is a little bit much maybe. Let's go down to 5, and this will take effect immediately. And now, for example, the online shop can sell 5 more shoes. You can, of course, filter this. so that you can say, like, for example, let's have a look, how does the situation look like when I only look at the pickup availabilities. And you see the numbers here go down, because now all locations, for example, the warehouses that can only send the items out to the customer, they are out of the equation, so their inventory is not available for this type of pickup, for example. And this kind of information, this is now for you, for your employees in the stores, but you can also provide those information now to the customer, for example, in the checkout process. But that is a story for another time.
That's it for the global inventory as part of our series Fulfillment Tools Solutions. Hopefully the information in this video was helpful for you. And as always, if you have any further questions, don't hesitate to ask your contact person at Fulfillment Tools, or feel free to contact me directly. So thank you very much for watching today's video, and I wish you a wonderful day.